Hi guys, one of the topics that we've been discussing at the mastermind today has actually been the inspiration for me shooting the podcast or recording the podcast. One of the big things coming up at today's session again and again is AI is incredible for speed. ChatGPT is great for speed, but it's absolutely rubbish for building a personal brand. And here's the reality, guys. If you're actively running a property sourcing business right now, if you're, aspiring to kick off your property business in 2026, then I want you to hear this really loud and really clear. In 2026, your business will not need to just thrive. It will need to survive. And personal brand will be the difference between the ones who win and the ones who fade into absolute oblivion. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is 2 or 3 things. I want to have a look at, why personal brand is absolutely non-negotiable if you want to attract investors, if you want to raise finance, if you want agents to take you seriously. I want to have a look at what AI can do really well for you inside your property sourcing business, and then why ChatGPT and using ChatGPT for all your social media is one of the fastest ways to look like absolutely everybody else on the marketplace. The reality is here, guys, we are entering a world where anyone and everyone can create content. If you have a phone, which everybody bloody does, you can create content. Everybody can write a caption. Everybody can shoot a wee video on their phone. Everybody can produce posts, emails, LinkedIn newsletters in minutes. So if everybody can generate decent content, then decent stops being a competitive advantage. The advantage in 2026 is going to be trust. It's going to be familiarity. It's going to be credibility. It's going to be consistency. And ultimately, of course, it will be reputation. But what drives all of those things? Your personal brand. Because in a market, especially like property sourcing and portfolio building, people are not just buying a deal. They are buying from you. They are buying your judgment, your standards, your integrity, your professionalism, your credibility, your experience, your backstory. And if they don't trust you, then they just don't invest with you, period. Full stop. I want to make this practical as I possibly can. Number 1, look, investors don't invest in deals. They invest in confidence. So if I'm an investor and I'm sending you across a 5k fee, an 8k fee, a 3k fee, if I'm buying deals from you that are 50,000, 100,000, 250,000, I'm not doing that because your Instagram caption had good punctuation and grammar. I'm not doing it because I liked your picture on Instagram. I'm not doing it because I like the emojis that you used. I'm doing it because I feel she knows what she's doing. He's been very consistent. He's super cautious. She's not coming across as desperate. There's a good chance she's been here before. If something goes wrong, I get the feeling that he or she will be able to handle it and communicate it well to me. All of that, guys, comes from building a personal brand. It's also important to point out that within the realms of property sourcing and building your portfolio or building the portfolio of others, that agents are a vital part of this, and agents do business with people that they recognize. Agents are human and they choose to deal with the people who are easy to deal with. They deal with people who are professionals. They choose the ones that they trust won't waste their time, the ones who they believe can actually perform. And so if you're a random name online with no positioning, no proof, no presence, then you're simply not memorable. However, if you have built a presence where they've seen you show up, they've seen you speak clearly, they've seen you be consistent, they've seen you be real, be vulnerable, tell your story, give the warts and all version, then you can and will become the go-to person. That is exactly what I have done for myself in my area, in my strategy, with my agents in my patch. I have become that go-to person. Same with a lot of the guys I coach inside the 6-figure sourcing mastermind. We're not copying and pasting here. We're building a personal brand. And that is exactly the benefits that you can hope to achieve. In 2026, and we've seen it. I can't tell you how far my eyes roll into the back of my head these days when I look at a lot of the social media posts that are being put out there by property sourcers, portfolio builders, people looking to raise finance. It's generic, it's synthetic, it's copy and paste, it's AI formatted, it's absolutely diabolical. And everybody in 2026, if they continue down this path, will look the exact same because they're all using ChatGPT to sound very polished. And polished is not the same as trusted. Trusted is specific. Trusted makes mistakes. Trusting is real. Trusted is being human. AI, look, and I want to be clear, I'm not on the AI hate gate here. AI is brilliant, but there is a trap to it. And I'm not anti-AI. And I use artificial intelligence for our frameworks inside our business. I use artificial intelligence for our KPIs, our key metrics, and for my team performance. I use AI for a lot of things. I use it for even, my own personal daily frameworks outside of business. It's powerful, but there is a trap. People are using ChatGPT like it's a personality replacement. Which is so true. They're copying and pasting generic posts that sound like, here are my top 5 tips for property investors. Consistency is key. Mindset matters. That's not a brand, guys. It's noise. The truth is, AI, yes, can it give you words? Yes. But it cannot give you lived experience. It can't give you your opinions, your standards, your boundaries, your daily criteria, your personal story, your mistakes and lessons, your tone and your values. And that's the stuff that makes investors want to follow you. That's the stuff that makes investors want to trust you. That's the stuff that make agents want to do business with you. Mortgage brokers want to do business with you. Power teams want to do business with you. If you use ChatGPT to create everything, you will end up with marketing content that is blah, blah, mediocre, average. Who wants to be average? Yes, it'll look fine. It'll look professional. It'll look clean, but it will also be completely and utterly forgettable. And in 2026, as we head into the new year, forgettable businesses, well, they just don't survive. But there's a better approach. Certainly, this is my opinion, and this has been my lived experience. You can use AI for speed, but you have to keep you as the source. So AI and ChatGPT should be the assistant, but it should not be the author of your marketing content. There's a simple structure that you can use to build a personal brand, and I live by this structure myself. I'm a massive advocate for building a personal brand that attracts investors. Keep it in mind, I've built my entire portfolio by leveraging private investor funds, and we've built my entire portfolio by doing off-market deals and opportunities and transactions with estate agents and letting agents. So I know how powerful a personal brand can be. So if you want to build one in 2026 that allows you to do the same, then there's a few things you have to look at. Number one, what's your opinion? What do you believe in the world of property sourcing and investing and risk and standards? An easy example of that is, in my opinion, I won't send investor deals until I have stress tested the worst case numbers. Then you want to have a look at proof, client testimonials, deals, results, screenshots, stories before and afters, lessons learned from being in the trenches. Remember, it's the stories and the content and the marketing that you post about the bad days that actually gets the best engagement. An example of this is really easy. Here's what happened on a refurb this week, and here's exactly what I would do differently. I actually did a post not too long ago about how when I was starting off, I underestimated a refurb by £12,000 for an investor and how that went and what I learned and what I would do differently. And I got massive traction from that from investors because I wasn't trying to hide the show that can often happen. I was telling a real life story of show that happened in my property sourcing business, how we navigated it, what the impact was, and what I would do differently. Again, AI can't do that for me. Then you want to show processes, how you work, what your system is, how you assess deals, how you secure deals. Then have a look at personality. Now, I don't want you oversharing, please, but just be real. Just be real. I will share a lot about, outside of business and property. I am mum to a 9-year-old boy. He's massive into football and Gaelic and all sports. So a lot of my life outside of property revolves around being a chauffeur to a 9-year-old, attending football matches in the freezing rain, screaming from the sidelines. I talk a lot about that. That's my personality coming through. I talk about the things that I enjoy. I love watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, of Salt Lake City. I love to read. I love my coffee. I enjoy a glass of Prosecco. So all these things are my personality coming through. I'm not oversharing. I'm just being real. And then what you can do is you can use AI to help you turn all of that into captions for your social media, into, email drafts for your social media, into repurposed content for your social media. But the raw ingredients have come from you. There has to be a human factor if you're going to leverage ChatGPT to scale your property business. Now, here's what I will tell you, because I'm tight on time and the mastermind is kicking back off again and I want to get back in there. But here's what I'll say. If personal brand is something that you know that you need to take seriously, and, side note, if you don't know that, then you're being it absolutely is critical. On the 28th of February next year, which is 2 months away, I'm actually hosting an in-person live mastermind day in Belfast for my mentee clients, and I'm opening up a handful of spots to anyone who wants to come along. My keynote presentation on the day is going to be building a personal brand that makes multi-millionaires. Not fluff. This is not, post more reels. No, I'm going to go through how to position yourself as the trusted authority within your area, your patch, your strategy. I'm going to go through how to attract quality investors by leveraging your personal brand, how to build agent relationships that bring you opportunities consistently, and how to stop looking like absolutely everybody else online. So if you want to be considered for a seat, you will need to join a waitlist. There is a criteria to be in the room that day. You can drop me a DM on Facebook or Instagram with the word Belfast, and I will send you across the details. Keeping in mind, guys, this is the last episode of 2025. I will catch you on the other side in 2026. I hope you've had a phenomenal year. I hope you've enjoyed listening to all the podcast episodes, and I hope that you stay with me as we head into 2026 and help you and many others build six-figure sourcing businesses. See you on the other side, guys.